Today I'm going to talk about a subject that may be a bit controversial. Now at first I rejected the idea of even making this video. However, what's the point of having a Star Wars channel if I'm not going to share my opinions? So today I wanted to talk about Star Wars Outlaws, which is the upcoming single-player open-world Star Wars game. To be honest, I think the game has great potential and I am very excited to play it. Now, for what this entire video is about. The main character, whom you play as, is a woman. Naturally, this leads to a complete Star Wars meltdown where everyone fights and argues with each other. Let me just start by saying if you believe having a female lead in a show, movie, or video game automatically increases the chances of said product being worse than had it been a male, then I fundamentally disagree with that ideology completely and believe it is a very wrong mindset to have. The major controversy for Star Wars Outlaws, from what I've seen, is that many fans wish to have customization over their character. Some would rather play as someone who looks more like themselves, and many would like to choose a specific alien species to play as. I understand how this can come off as anti-woman, and again, there are people who are certainly this way, but I don't believe wanting a custom character automatically puts you in with this category of losers, because it's the why they wish for this option that's more important than wanting the option itself. We can't throw that blanket over anyone who asks for the ability to make a custom character. We can absolutely call out those who are being blatantly sexist. Those are very easy to spot. But again, wanting the ability to make your own character does not inherently put you in with this group. The two have very, very different reasons behind them. An argument I've seen is that there was not this criticism for the Star Wars Jedi games, but if I'm being honest, that simply is not true. I remember vividly when Fallen Order was first revealed, there were a ton of fans asking and hoping to be able to make their own character either A, look more like themselves, be that changing the gender, race, hair type, and color or whatever, or B, have a collage of alien species to be. I actually was one of those people. I don't believe having a preference to which the character in an open world Star Wars game looks like yourself and giving the option to do so makes you a sexist in any way. It goes the same for women Star Wars fans, who I'm sure many would love the option to customize Cal Kestis in Fallen Order, and for the people who couldn't care less, more power to you. I do believe also that if you genuinely feel that having a female lead in this game makes the game woke, and that it will be poorly written because of that, and that there's some secret agenda going on behind it, is again completely wrong. I think that is moronic and absolutely silly. A perfect example of this is the classic Jedi Knights games. One of my favorite Star Wars games of all time, Jedi Academy, in which I personally chose the Keldor species for my character since at the time, Plo Koon was one of my favorite Jedi. I gave him an orange lightsaber just like he had in Legends, but with this, there was still the canon version of the lead character. It just still gave you the option. This never meant that I was against the canon version of Jaden Korr. Now, of course, Lucasfilm has their canon, so I don't want to act like it's absurd of them to have a specific character that will be the canon version of said character. They write them a certain way, have them look one way or another, be that a man or woman, or an alien, and that is 100% necessary. Take Cal Kestis, or for this new game, Kay Vess, who I personally find has a neat Han Solo vibe to her. I think she's cool. They need to make their canon versions, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I don't think people are asking to not have this. If I had the choice, I would have your canon version, but then give the player the ability to create your own character to go in this story. And if they want, they could have this feature be unlocked once you complete the story for the first time. This would keep that connection to the character they, Lucasfilm and the developers, created, and also give us fans more replayability. To be honest, I think this is the best way to do so. It is the best of both worlds with this option. I love Cal Kestis, and I am intrigued by Kay Vess's character. Me wishing for the ability to bring my own character in the story does not make me a sexist at all. You have to have a completely different mindset for you to be that, which, yes, will cross over in the wish to change the character, but the two are not aligned. There is a different why behind the two. I'm sure most do not care enough and will most certainly still buy the game. I know I am, and again, I am looking forward to seeing how this new character plays out, and hopefully if it's well made and well written, we will all enjoy it and love the story. And this is just something I wish many fans would take on more, this being nuance. Understanding that these situations are complicated and not at all black and white. I get it. It's easy to take a generalization and come to a conclusion from that generalization. It is easier on the brain, requires less time and energy, but the world does not work that way, and the same goes for us Star Wars fans. There is a lot of us out there. To conclude, just so I make sure all of my thoughts are properly conveyed, yes, there absolutely are fans of Star Wars who genuinely get triggered to have a complete meltdown when a woman lead is presented. Those people are ridiculous and need a little bit of growing up to do. Also, yes, wishing to create your own character in an open-world story-driven Star Wars game does not inherently mean they are sexist or against a female lead. It's the why they wish for this option that's more important than wanting the option itself. And I hope this just kind of clears things up a bit, because I am one of those people who have been asking for a story-driven Star Wars game where you yourself can create your own character. I think it just adds an extra layer to the story and the sort of immersion you have within it. But also, I totally agree that there needs to be the canon version of said character with that as well. So guys, I hope all my thoughts are properly conveyed and laid out, and hopefully you all sort of understand this point of view I'm coming from. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure and leave a like on it if you enjoyed it. And if you are new here, be sure and subscribe for more Star Wars news, theories, essays, and more. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next one.